This video is for our 12.2 task 1. So we are trying to figure out how we solve for the area of a triangle. So you should have already figured out that we can take a parallelogram and cut it in half, and it's going to make two triangles. So when we cut that though, it has to be a diagonal line. You can't just cut it up and down or like it's going to go from corner to corner. So if I want to take this parallelogram, I have to cut it from corner to corner to make a triangle. I can cut it the opposite way, corner to corner, and make the same triangle, but it has to go from as diagonal. A true diagonal goes from corner to corner. So recall that a rectangle is a quadrilateral with four right angles. So all we did was take our rectangle, we're cutting it into two pieces. So you can put together two copies of right triangles. And so the relationship of triangles to rectangles, right, is that we need two triangles of the same triangles, two equal triangles to make a rectangle or a parallelogram, whatever it may be. So two triangles, two of the same triangles, make a parallelogram. When I take these two triangles, put them together, we have that rectangle. So the area formula for a rectangle using B and H, we would take the total area. To find it, we would do base times height. Take the base times the height gives us that entire rectangle. So if I was wanting to find a triangle, I have this entire rectangle right now, but I just want this triangle. It is half of this parallelogram. So I could take half of the parallelogram, which is base times height, or I can take this parallelogram, base times height, and I can cut it into two pieces. I can divide it by 2. These are going to give me the same answer. I want half of this parallelogram, right? Of means multiply, or I can divide by 2. These are the same. Multiplying by a half and dividing by 2 are opposites of each other, right? If I want to times copy dot flop this, I would end up multiplying by 1/2. Dividing by 2, timesing by 1/2 are the same thing. So base times height, so what we have to do is we have to cut it in half or times it by 1/2. All of these equal the same thing and are going to give you the area of a triangle. So let's see if we can figure out this one together. So our base is 16, so B, we're plugging in 16. Height goes straight up is 4. So we need to do 16 times 4. So 16 times 4, there's 24. 4, 5, 6. We're at 64. But when I did base times height, that was for that entire rectangle. I don't want that entire rectangle. I need to cut it in half. So we're going to times this by 1/2. So 1/2 times 64 over 1. 1 times 64 is 64. 2 times 1 is 2. So like I said up here, right, we're cutting it into two pieces. Look, what are we doing? Dividing it by 2. So we're going to take 64 and we're going to cut it into two pieces. Because this whole thing is 64, I only want the triangle, half of it. So 2 goes in there, 2, 4, 6, 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. And I have 0 left over, bringing down the 4, and that goes in there 2 times. So this answer is 32 centimeters squared. It's important we get that label still to show that it's squared because that tells us its area, how many squares fit on the inside of this. So don't forget, triangles get cut in